Now I'm going to be talking about the Xxl Freshman list that's coming out in a few months. Now the first artist I'm going to be talking about is Lil Pump. He has a very wide fan base. With Gucci Gang top the charts. He's very, very popular. I think he's on tour right now. He dropped his debut mixtape, or is it an album? Lil Pump, the self-titled album or mixtape. Then he's dropping a project with Lil Yachty at some point this year. Lil Yachty was on the Xxl Freshman list in 2016, I think. 2016, yeah. And he should be on the list. Now, the next artist, well, the second artist, is Lil Xan. He came out with his hit, Betrayed, which really put him on in 2017. And he has a strong fan base, and he's put out other hits that have been fairly well received, like for Slingshot. They don't know a song I can name. But yeah, Lil Xan he's had a really quick come up. He's had a really quick blow up. He's got a good fan base, as I've said. But yeah, on to the third artist. The third artist that I reckon should be on the list is Lil Skies. If you've listened to Lil Skies, you know he had a relatively quick come up. He's had hit songs like Red Roses, Nowadays, Signs of Jealousy, all off his Life of a Dark Rose album, I think. And I listened to he uploaded the album onto YouTube yesterday, I believe, and I've listened to it. He's got a lot of good tracks on there. I reckon he'll definitely be on the list for sure, no questions asked. Fourth artist, there we go. The fourth artist that I reckon should be on the Xxl 2018 Freshman list is Ski Mask, the Slump God. Now, for the last two months, I'd say, Ski Mask has been building his buzz. He was in the shadow of XXXTentacion, who was on the Xxl Freshman cover last year in the 2017 class. But Ski Mask has had hit songs like Baby Wipe, and he's shown his potential since he came out of the shadow of XXXTentacion, and he's very versatile. Now, one thing I've noticed about Ski Mask is that he is a lyrical rapper. From the songs I've listened to him, he is a lyrical rapper. Trippie Redd, okay. Trippie Redd, I reckon he should get on the Xxl list, because ever since he dropped Love Scars, which was a really big song for him, it really was a hit song. I think Love Scars dropped in June last year, but ever since then, Trippie has built his name up. He's dropped projects that has stuck to the sound that made him famous. He is a versatile rapper. I can't remember what the album is called, but there's a song that's called Can You Rap Like Me, which shows a different side of him, a different style of him, which shows a more lyrical side of him, I'd say. There is two sides of him. One artist that has really blown up the last few months is Tekashi 6ix9ine. He has had hits like Gummo, Kuda, and recently dropped a song called Kiki with Fetty Wap and a boogie with a hoodie. But one reason I can see Tekashi not making it on the Xxl Freshman list is because of his beef with Trippie Redd. I reckon that means only one of them will get on the list, and I reckon the one that probably will get on the list is Trippie Redd. But I don't mind either of them getting on the list. I wouldn't mind. Number 7 on the list is rapper Smoke Perp. Now, Smoke Perp was just like Ski Mask's Slump God. When Ski Mask was in XXXTentacion's shadow, Perp was in Lil Pump's shadow, but now he has sort of broke out of it and focused on himself. He's dropped a mixtape which is called Dead Star, which is alright, I've listened to it, and he has hits like Whoa and Audi, however you say it, and he is a signed artist, but I reckon he definitely will be on the list for sure. Alright, Famous Dex. I believe Famous Dex should have been on the list a long time ago. I reckon he should have been on the list when in the 2016 list when Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert, and Kodak Black were on the list. But Famous Dex has been around for a while. He has dropped multiple mixtapes. The only one I can remember off the top of my head that he's dropped is Dexter's Laboratory, which I think that dropped in 2016, maybe 7. I don't know when that dropped. I think 2016. But one reason I can see Famous Dex not being on the list, which is why he's not been on the list the past 2 years, I believe, is because there of a video. It's a video of him beating his girlfriend, which that is probably why XXL try to avoid Famous Dex and not put him on the list, even though I reckon he should be on the list. Despite, because I believe XXXTentacion did the same thing and he still made the list, so why can't Famous Dex? Number 9 on the list, who I reckon should be on the list, is NBA Youngboy. I've seen a lot of people say that NBA Youngboy should be on the list, and he should have been on last year, and because he wasn't, he should be on this year. Now he is young NBA Youngboy. He has had a hit song in Untouchable. That's the only song I've really heard by him, so I'm going off one song here. But a lot of people have been saying that he want him on the list, and he's put in a lot of work over the past few months. Like I've not followed him a lot, but I've seen a lot of the work he's put in. Now the first female in my list, and I think she's the only female. Let me check. Yeah, as far as I can see, she's the only female, and that is Cardi B. Yes, she may be too big for the XXL now. She may reject them. I'm not sure. She could do, but she had her Bodak Yellow really put her on, which is a remix of Kodak Black song, and the remix of Bodak Yellow even featured Kodak Black. Now, the last song I remember seeing Cardi drop was a song featuring 21 Savage. I can't remember the name of the song, but yeah, I can see Cardi completely being on this list, except for the fact that maybe she's too big for it now. Maybe she feels like she doesn't need it. Now, the next person that I think should be on the list is a rapper called NF. I actually didn't know about NF until a couple months ago, when a friend of mine actually showed me NF, and the first song I listened to him was Therapy Session, and I thought that song was amazing. So I went home and I listened to his Therapy Session album and his Perception album, both great. But NF does have a loyal and dedicated fan base. Therapy Session and Perception were good albums, and Let You Down, his song off Perception, Let You Down, has been on the radio a lot. But the only problem with NF is that he's not as viral as some of the other rappers that I've talked about in this video. Now the final rapper on this list is Joyner Lucas. Yep, Joyner Lucas has really been blowing up the past few months. He has put in a lot of work. I remember his I'm Not Racist video. I remember seeing that on the charts, because I have listened to it. It is a great song. It shows both sides, but I'm not going to get into that. But that song did put him on a bigger platform, and a lot of people have been going to check out his old work. I know he can spit, but he definitely will be on the list. I reckon a lot of people will want to see him on the list, and I reckon it will be dumb for XXL not to put Joyner Lucas on the list, because he really does deserve it. He has put in a lot of work, and not to mention he's remixed Panda by Designer, Mask Off by Future and called it Mask On, Lil Pump's Gucci Gang, 21 Savage's Bank Account, DNA by Kendrick Lamar, and he's killed all of them. He can remix songs, he can body songs, he is a lyrical rapper. But anyway guys, that is the end of the video. That is who I reckon should be on XXL. I don't know if all of them will be, but please feel free to leave your opinion in the comments.